And welcome back to the Dark Souls playthrough. We just made our way through the Catacombs and took out Pinwheel, and now we're going to make our way through the Tomb of Giants without a lantern or without any form of light source, and then take out Gravelord Nito and probably Paladin Leroy along the way, and then pick up his gear. Not that we're going to wear it, probably because it's too heavy, but we're going to go through it regardless. So there's not a bonfire in between these two zones, so it's kind of risky moving forward here because, as you can see, it's pretty much fucking pitch black. I guess, though, before we enter the zone, if you go up here, up behind the boss's area where we just were, there's a little cave that you can go through to pick up an additional item before we move on. Now, normally, there's a few ways that you can have light sources. There's a sorcery spell called, I don't know, it's probably called Cast Light, maybe? Something like that, which I don't have. There is a helmet called the Sunlight Maggot, which you get in Lost Izalith, which we have not yet been to. And then there's the Skull Lantern, which is dropped from the Necromancers in the zone we just completed. The only other way to get a Skull Lantern is just past the first bonfire inside the Tomb of Giants here, which basically means you're going to be running in the pitch black. You know, you only get a small area of natural light surrounding you. So it's really easy to fall into the large I don't know, pitfalls or holes. So really, to navigate, you have to look at these colored little orbs that are on the ground and try to follow those. Whoop, that's not the right way. You got to go down to that green orb and take a right. That is wrong. And there's only a few enemies that you'll have to fight before you get there. The toughest part is just actually getting there without falling off the ledges. There's a couple skeletons we'll see. The first one would be right here. It looks like I put on a ring of sacrifice instead of my Chloranthy ring, so that if I die here, I'm not going to lose the 36,000 souls that I've acquired. Again, there's another orb to follow. You just take these two paths down, hang a right, and then you're pretty much there. There's going to be a skeleton archer shooting big arrows at you, and then these two large skeletons swinging their swords, but you can run by them to get on this little slide. And there we go, we pretty much made it. Hang a left, down the ladder, and here's the first bonfire. That took me forever to find on my first playthrough because I didn't have a light source. But if you can watch somebody... What the... That dude just suicide jumped down here like an asshole. Okay, there's the bonfire. Now, if you remember back in the catacombs on the way down, we ran into a guy named... I don't remember what his name is. Patches the Hyena. And he was trying to flip a switch to get us to fall off of a ledge. Well, he's actually going to be up ahead, and he's going to try to trick us. And of course, whenever I get to new bonfires, I always use a couple humanities, put myself in human form, and then reinforce kindle the bonfire. And then now again, we're trying to get my dexterity up to 16 so that I can actually use the sword what is it? The dark sword. Once we get a fire enchant on it. So, moving forward, again, we're going to talk to Patches the Hyena up here.
Good day. No. I found...
Basically, he asks if you're a cleric. It doesn't matter what you answer because he's going to do this to you no matter... Well, he boots your ass off the side into this big pit. But this is where we can pick up a skull lantern finally so we can see. There are a few threats down here. We're going to run into these large pillar skeletons that can deal a lot of damage in melee combat. There's also going to be a woman in the White Covenant, the Way of the White, I think it's called, something like that. They're the people that actually teach you miracles. So we're going to try and save her from two of her friends that have turned hollow or turned undead. So we kill them, and then she'll eventually leave, and we'll be able to buy spells from her. I don't believe that I actually do it in this playthrough, buying the spells from her, but I'll make sure to show you where it's at once you rescue her. Here's the large pillars. They're not too tough when we've got the plus 15 sword as we can just one-shot the fucking things. No problem. We'll round the corner up here. Up, and then you can see it dropped a white Titanite chunk. So if you're wanting to actually put divine enchants on your weapons, those white Titanite chunks are what's going to allow you to bring it up to plus 10.
Please be careful. They were one. Who would the heavens?
That was awesome. So, yeah, they give you a few souls. Now we go back and talk to the girl, and she'll actually give us a heal spell. I think it's called Replenishment, which is a heal over time spell that you can cast on yourself.
To think of it, I am certain that both. Thank you. Here.
So now we can climb our way out of the pit. There's going to be a few more of those tower skeletons. We'll go back to the bonfire and rest, and then, well, maybe we don't even need to do that, but we are going to fucking take care of Patches the hyena. I believe that if you let him live, he goes back to the Firelink Shrine and can sell some gear, but fucking douche, I never let him live. There are actually some other areas that you can explore. Instead of taking a right here, if you would have taken a left, it'll take you back towards kind of where we started in the zone. And there are some treasures to be found there. I don't recall exactly what there are. There's an ember that you can get. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it's the Divine plus 10 one. It must be the Divine plus 10 one. I don't remember what that's called. The large Divine Ember. Something like that. Whatever, we'll put the Sunlight Blade on our sword and kick this fucker's ass. If I could hit him. Fucking one shot. But he fell down into the pit, and I think if I were to jump down there by myself, I would die. So, yeah, we're gonna re-equip this Skull Lantern here, and then go back the way we came and pick up his treasure. He drops, I believe, I think it's the Crescent Axe. It's a large two-handed battle axe. I think it's a great axe, maybe it would be classified as. And then probably some humanities and souls. So then the next goal then is going to be to head off to the next bonfire, and there's not that much stuff in between us. You know, this zone's not really that big, but it can be a big time sink because it's pretty tough with the darkness, the pits, and then some of the enemies, these big giant bone dogs that we're going to run into. So I believe that I'll probably rest at the bonfire first, just so I can get the Sunlight Blade spell back, just in case I'm going to need it moving forward. Once we get up here, here's the first dog. There's also going to be a skeleton archer that's going to be shooting at us, and a silver knight, or a black knight that's going to come at us. So this zone can be pretty tricky. These dogs just hurt really hard, even through all my damn armor. Yeah. I think the trick is to get them to jump at you and do a series of attacks and then swing. Like right now. Yeah, there we go. But if you don't wait for them to get all their attacks off, then they're going to pummel you. Unless you've got a quick weapon, maybe, but I sure don't. Now up ahead here, we're going to have a skeleton archer shooting us once we get through this white fog door here. And then the Black Knight. He's down below us, but he'll circle around. So typically I wait till he comes up and then turn around and backtrack to try to fight him in an area where the archer is not going to be able to hit us, because he sure can there. And this skull lantern definitely doesn't offer much protection. Where did he go? He fell off the side like a dumb bitch. That looks kind of painful. Don't worry, a potion cures it. So now we can take out the skeleton archer without any problem. He's guarding something, probably just some souls. If I recall correctly, there's not really anything valuable down in this zone that that I want to pick up. Yeah, soul of a brave warrior. That's what's that? 5,000 souls, 8,000, something like that. There's gonna be one more dog here. They don't ever get any easier though. This one kind of fell down in that pit there. It's kind of trapped, it looks like. I guess I can't really tell without a light source. There. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Well, so as you can see, playing as a sorcerer with the crystal homing soul mass spell made this area a lot easier. All you had to do was hold your shield up and run at them, and the spells would kill those dogs off. But I've died twice now. Yep, a little bit of backtracking, I guess. Dark Souls. As I'm recording this game, you know, my schedule for my videos is kind of changing now that I have internet at my home. I don't know if I'm actually going to be uploading my videos early in the morning or if I'll just do them once I get home from work. So right now I'm uploading League of Legends Twitch gameplay. Is that some fucking thunder outside? Jesus fuck. And then I can upload this one. I'm also going to put a video up on my primary channel, youtube.com/ZGRWhyUDead, about Risen 2, because I'm going to start playing that game in early preview build. It's just the first quarter of the game, but I'm still going to start playing that because I loved Risen. So, alright, I kind of flew through that. The knight didn't respawn, so I was just a little bit more efficient here. But we're back to where I died before. Up here is where that knight spawned, and it's I believe it's called the Effigy Shield. I said it in my Sorcerer playthrough. I still don't remember exactly what it does. I think it's got high lightning resist. I think that's it. High lightning and high resistance from the divine, I think. So they're saying that this is a shield that Gravelord followers would use. Defends against divine weapon and lightning. Yeah. I don't know how you can defend specifically against Divine, because Divine is just a magic attack, so maybe it just has high magic and lightning. I imagine that's probably what it is. Makes it a good overall shield if you're fighting mages, but it doesn't block 100% physical damage, which kind of sucks. You could see the next bonfire we're going to the left back there. There's only going to be one more of these, I think, one more of these skeleton dogs we're going to have to take out, and then we're to the next bonfire. And then there's only a few things left in the zone to handle. We're going to pick up the white Titanite slab. I'll show you where that's at. So that those go in for full divine enchants. Can get it all the way up to +10. I guess it doesn't help that I didn't show you where the ember was, unfortunately. We'll fight Paladin Leroy and get his weapon and shield. His weapon's called Grant, which is a large two-handed club that really requires a lot of strength and faith to wield, I'm pretty sure, so we're not going to end up using it. Here's the bonfire. But he does drop a shield called Sanctus, that it doesn't block. I think it has 95% physical block, so it's not bad. But it also it has a really small life regeneration buff to it that we'll end up using, just because it's kind of neat. It looks like a cool shield too. So basically, it'll regenerate your life over time. It's too bad that it's really slow, but I imagine that if it was more powerful, it would just kind of be overpowered for PvP. Because in PvP, you can't really heal yourself unless you cast a spell. So right to the left, there's a path that goes down that we're going to go to. But I always take out this dog here because I'm pretty sure that he'll follow your ass down there if you don't. And then come up from behind, which is not typically something you want. Though, you know, now that I think about it, I think it may be possible to run past all the rest of the dogs in this level. And I may end up doing that later just to test it. But right now, we're going to take that one out. Yep, so we can run safely by that one. And that's it, there's no more dogs. We're at the last little stretch of the level here. If we turn around right here, there's going to be a soul that we can pick up. And then we can head down, and we'll be able to get Dark Spirit Paladin Leroy to invade us. I don't know exactly why he invades us, because I know he's one of the summonable allies to help you fight off Pinwheel. I guess he's not Dark Paladin, he's just Paladin Leroy. So I don't know why he's a Dark Spirit. He seems like he should be a friendly person, especially right before Gravelord Nito here. There's got to be some story to it. Maybe if I read the text on his armor, shield, and weapon, it would explain something, but I did not do that. I'm going to try and get this crystal lizard here. I don't ever fucking... Oh, I did get it. Okay. And then he did show up, and he should be right around this corner here. Well, that was a pushover. You know, when he's glowing red like that, you can't see what his full armor and everything and gear looks like, but it is actually kind of a pretty cool set. Regardless, we'll get his shield here, Sanctus and Grant there, and we'll put that on. I think it looks cool. The yellow, I guess it's a cross, it looks kind of like a sun. And now we can see we've got like a golden aura around us, which signifies the healing that we're getting from it. I don't need the lantern anymore because the rest of the area is lit, so I wanted to make sure that I have my, what's that called? The talisman equipped so that I'm able to cast some spells. Specifically just the Sunlight Blade, so that when we fight Gravelord Nito, who's just up ahead, we'll be able to do a little bit of extra damage. You gotta watch out. Right now, a skeleton archer is gonna start shooting at us as we fight these things. Luckily, I'm able to one-shot these monsters, so I'm able to avoid that arrow. It's a little trickier if you can't do that. Now, also, once you move forward here, this guy here will fade into the ground, and you can actually just sprint past these two skeletons. You don't have to fight them, and they will not chase you. So, then up here, there's gonna be tons of little baby skeletons that can come at you, but there's like 4 or 5 or 6 of these pinwheel copies. I don't know if they have the same amount of health as Pinwheel. They might. But they're essentially the same boss as Pinwheel. All out at once. And this is the same room that's got the white Titanite slab in it, as well as some chunks. But I'm pretty sure these guys kind of mess me up, because the shield I have does not have great magic resist, and that's what they're dealing is just straight magic damage. It's kind of a cool looking spell effect. Get messed up though. Burning all my flasks before the boss. You can see those little baby skeletons. I'm pretty sure that they infinitely spawn in this zone when you walk down into the water. And these Pinwheel replicas also have a chance of dropping the hats that Pinwheel dropped too. So you can get all of the hats, I'm pretty sure, from all those guys. Down here, there's gonna be a few more items. I think there's a white Titanite chunk down here, and then we'll also make sure to get that slab while we're here too, so you can see where that's at. This little nook right here, the little cave in front of me, if you drop down in there, that's going to be where the white Titanite slab is. And again, that's going to be the final component needed to upgrade the Sword of Divine plus 10. I think it's plus 10. I don't think you could bring a Divine to plus 15. So whatever, it's the final component to max out a Divine scaled weapon. And again, that's going to make your weapon scale based off of your faith. So it's good for these Paladin type of characters. Not every weapon will ascend all the way to an A rating with a full faith enchant, so you want to look on the Dark Souls wiki to see which ones will when fully upgraded. That way, it's going to deal the most bonus damage based off of your faith score. So I'm going to use a Homeward Bone and go back. Now that I've gotten everything I wanted to out of this, we're going to go back to the bonfire, use these souls. I might be able to level up once, and then we're going to sprint past most of the enemies here so that we can get to the boss without using any of our Estus flasks, because this boss can be kind of tricky, especially as a full melee character. We'll see when we get there. It looks like I'll be able to level up one. My dexterity is almost high enough. Once we kill the boss, it'll probably be just high enough for me to use it, and then I can go back. Oh, I already did put the fire plus 5 enchant on it already too, so. Again, we have to swap out the talisman for the skull lantern so we can see where we're going. But we're not going to fight anything. We're just going to run past all of them, making this a quick transition back to where we just were. We're not really wasting a bunch of time here. Once you get past this little area here, you can swap out your skull lantern for whatever you need. Oops! Fuck! That was really, really stupid. So what I did there was I was used to using my skull lantern to hold up, and I unequipped the skull lantern and put in my talisman, and before I could swap back to my shield, it made me cast my sunlight blade spell. So we gotta go back real quick. I'm just gonna cut some of this out. This is stupid. Okay, so we're back to where I just was, and I've got the talisman in my hand. We can go straight for the boss now. So Gravelord Nito has a few attacks. The most challenge, or one small difficulty, is that you have to drop down this pit to get to him, so you're going to be about at half health right away. And he actually has a ranged attack that he can use on you right away. So if you don't roll right away, you can actually die to him instantly. Yeah, he just did it to me right there. So you have to listen for his scream, and that's when he's going to do that. I believe that's actually the Miracle Gravelord dance. So I just put on my Sunlight Blade in hopes that I'm going to be able to run up to him and actually deal some damage. Remember, he summons all of these small skeletons to fight you. Some small, some big. So you want to kind of get into him, because I think that he uses his scream attack when he can't see you. He's actually using the Gravelord sword. We picked that up earlier. We're not using it right now. Now he's going to do his AoE move when he bends down and knocks you over, but it kills all the other enemies. So it should give you some time to actually get some hits off. I don't know why I use his scream there, because he can totally see me. I'm trying to get behind him so I can get some swings off without him being able to do anything to me. It's not working out great. I guess he's at 50% health. Now I'm going to start to kite back, because he'll start swinging, and he'll actually kill his small skeletons with his weapon. Not just the small, he'll kill all the skeletons with his weapon. When he bends over like that again, that's when he's going to do his AoE move, so you just back up. Looks like he killed all of them, but that big skeleton. And now we'll go in and see if we can't get him. Okay, so that's Gravelord Nito. That's, what is that, the first of the... No, we've killed two of the big Lord Soul bosses left. There's only 2 left after this. There's one thing to point out, though. Oh, being that we've already gone back to the bonfire, Paladin Leroy's gear should be here already. Otherwise, you can just close your game out and reload it. Looks like we've got 75,000 souls, so I'll be able to level up my dexterity, yep, to 16. And I should also be able to pick up his gear. Yep, it's right over there glowing. It doesn't look like I show it up in this video. So that's going to be the end of the video here. Looking at my next pieces of footage, it says it's farming Demon Titanite. I don't remember. Oh, I go into Sen's Fortress to farm some Demon Titanite and into Anor Londo, because I want to be able to uplord the Gravelord sword to +5. so that it's not terribly worthless. So the next video will be me doing that, and then we'll move on to the Demon Ruins, where we take on the Ceaseless Discharge, Kirk, and the Fire Sage, and the Centipede. So lots of stuff coming up. See ya.